Good evening, everyone. This is Debbie Wetzler, and I'm being joined by Jackie Martinez. And we are here to do a launch for a new associate who's kind of excited about starting to share this with people, share ASEA and the technology and what the product will do and stuff. And we like to get them a little bit plugged in, but not overwhelm them when we first get started. And so we've come up with 7 different steps that we think that people should know to begin with. And then, of course, we tell them to keep calling us if they have questions and stuff. And you do slowly learn all about the compensation plan and all the different things that you need to know at some point if you're going to do this as a business. But in the meantime, we're going to get started, and I'm going to share my screen, and I will share this with the WhatsApp groups, and you can get them out to your teams also. And this will be our 7-step getting started checklist. And so we get a person on with us on a Zoom, hopefully, because we love to see people's faces and how they're responding and stuff like that. And I would say that really the first thing that we talk to them about is their why, because I think that's probably the most important thing you can do is understand why they are going to be doing this. Do they want to just help people, which is not a great why, because that's not going to keep you motivated forever. But, most people want to make a little bit of extra money, and you want to know why they want to make the extra money. It's not for the money. We know that. But maybe they want to travel, or maybe they want to spend more time with their family, or maybe whatever it is that's very important to them. And I would tell them, first of all, to kind of keep their why up in front of them. For me, it was to save my home. So I kept a picture of my home right in front of me, and that kept me making my phone calls because I thought that's the last thing, not for materialistic reasons, I just wanted to keep a roof over our head. And so that was very important to me. And your why should motivate you to keep going. So that's really the first thing that I set down and do with people when we first get together. And that should be on this list, and I will add it. But Jackie, do you want to take the next one?
Sure. If you could make it a little bit bigger so everybody could see. So after they give you their why, if people are motivated, they're hungry, they already have people in their head that they want to share this with, you want to tell them about the director bonus. That's one of the 8 different ways we get paid in ASEA. So again, the director bonus is as soon as they enroll, they have 14 days to enroll 2 associates. And if they do that, they get a one-time $50 bonus. Now, it might not sound like a lot of money, but it does help pay back for their product initially. And they can see that, they're already making money. And so they're that much more motivated to start sharing this with more people and so forth. And lastly, they've seen that statistically, if people achieve the director's bonus, they're 13 times more likely to become a bronze in ASEA, which is about making $2,000 a month, and 15 times more likely to become a diamond in ASEA, which if you have big goals, that's about making $15,000 a month. So they want to know about the director bonus if they're hungry and motivated and have some people already floating in their head that they want to share this with.
And from the date they sign up, you go to that next Friday, whenever that is. And then they have 2 weeks from that Friday. So they can have extra days than the 14 days, but just so you know how to figure it out, that's how you do it. The next thing we do is give them dates, times, and phone numbers to the team trainings. So I have a list of when the team trainings are. We do have a team phone call that's on Monday nights, and we do a lot of different team trainings. We have Ask the Doctors. We have all kinds of things that people can plug into. But I make sure they have a list of that. And then I have them register for a newsletter at ateamsupport.com. The password for that is associate with a capital A. And then they get updated versions of what's going on in ASEA. Any live events, anybody that has gone up in rank in an executive level or above. And she just keeps you very up to date. And she always does a did you know? And some of those are great to send to people kind of on a drip campaign. Did you know this and did you know that? And it kind of tends to trigger people's like, oh, I didn't know this raised glutathione levels by that much. That's amazing. And then we send them to watch discoverredoxtraining.com. He has updated that and it is amazing, as he always is. So even if you've gone there before, you might want to go back and relook at it. And it was the best training that I ever had to begin with. There are other questions that people will need to ask, but that's your basic training to get people started so that they know kind of what the basics are. So that's very important. And I give those as assignments. And if they do those, then they're ready to kind of move forward with the next one. And Jackie?
So the next thing, of course, is making a list of people of who you know that you want to share this with. We always encourage, not to overwhelm people, but like, who would you maybe like to work with? Or who would you really like to know about this product technology? Maybe they have a health issue. Start figuring out their list and who would want to maybe enroll first with them, because if they enroll first, they have more benefit if they do ever decide to do this as a business. They're one of the first people to grab a spot, basically, and they can basically be compensated with the amount of points and so forth that will be attached if they do decide to do this as a business. So start making a list, write it down. Don't just put it in your head, and start thinking of who you care about that would really like to know about this product technology, business opportunity, who would be hungry and maybe wanting a part-time or full-time opportunity. Maybe they have a health issue, different reasons of why they might want to look at this as well.
And I always try to make that less intimidating for people. So, you can even ask them who, if you called in the middle of the night, would come right over and help you. Those are the people that are most likely to sign up with you, basically. So try to get people that are easy to enroll, that would do it just because it's your word and your comment about it. And that makes it less intimidating. Then we like to call this kind of a grand opening. We like to schedule their first 20-minute Zoom, or you can send the 20-minute Zoom that's been recorded or a tool. So we have so many beautiful, we just have a brand new tool about communication that Tyler Norton did. And so you can send a tool so they can at least learn a little bit about it. And or if they're comfortable enough, I like to schedule a personal 20-minute Zoom so they can get their friends, their close friends and their family on. And we can do a 20-minute Zoom for them. Jackie and I do those all the time, but I know there's many leaders on here that could do a 20-minute Zoom. And that it's easy to invite people just to learn about something. And so that's what we do. We say, this is just about learning and education. We're not going to try to sell anything. You can't buy anything on this Zoom. Please just come and learn about something that's quite extraordinary. So that's what we try to set up. And a lot of times we'll set up 2 of them at the same time in case some of the people can't come at a specific time. So if you set up one on Wednesday at 8 o'clock, they might not be able to make it, but maybe Thursday at noon they could. So we try to set up 2 of those.
And then showing them the basics of their back office. Show them the incentives. Maybe there are trips that they could earn potentially. Any promotions going on in the company, tell them about the fast forward and how to earn that. And if they do earn that, what did they get with that? If they're business savvy and want to know more about the business, show them the dashboard, show them how to manage their subscription. Don't overwhelm them though. I would just keep it basic and see where their interest lies.
And with that, you might want to show them the library where they can find pretty much everything, even though that's not the easiest thing to find things in. The next thing I would do is put the convention date in their head and any upcoming other big events on their calendar that might be close to them that they could get to. There's nothing like an in-person event to really motivate people and to get their excitement up to the roof, because when you're around like-minded people and you're hearing all those stories and You get to hear the science maybe at a convention or what's happening next with the products. There's nothing like being there. You just can't pass that information on to people in the way that they would take it on. So try to get them to commit to maybe the next convention or conference. We're having a conference this year, or any big event in their area.
And then if they do use Facebook, because that is the future of everything going is social media, plug them into our different Facebook groups. So the Dream Struggle Victory, that's where you welcome new people and recognize them if they go up in rank, and people love to be recognized. Real Redox Results, that's where they're going to find product testimonials. ASEA Wealthy Self is for business testimonials. ASEA United is just for associates, and that's all training. Debbie's Diamond Club is if they're in Debbie's group, they're going to want to be plugged in there because Debbie will put different trainings or information or just anything up to date about her specific team. Redox Customers is just for customers. That's where they can plug in, ask questions about the product, get more information, hear how it's been helping with other people and so forth. And then both Debbie and I have created a WhatsApp group, which we encourage when you do start forming a team to make your own group. So plugging them in and letting them know, reminding them of different webinars for that week. Again, information that comes out, any promotions, anything like that serves as a drip, and everybody can be together as a team.
So that's what we do to get people started, just to begin with. We feel like it's not too much information, but it's just enough to get people plugged in, to get them started. We send them this sheet. We can walk them through, if we're on a Zoom, we can walk them through how to sign up for all those different Facebook's things, and we can extend invitations if necessary. Most people can get into a lot of them, but I do have to approve people coming into Debbie's Diamond Club. It's a group. And we can show them different things on the Zoom, like a fast forward, and we can show them the flyer and what's involved with it and what they get from it and stuff like that. So that's what we do to begin with. If they have other questions and they're capable of taking in more information, we can go into a little bit of the compensation or something like that. But that's usually what we do to get people started. So we're going to take questions here, but I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording at this point and stop the share, and we can send this page out.